So those people that I grew up around that have me semi-hostage because they steal my money. They get in the way of me receiving money. They steal my vehicles and they stay in my homes without my permission. Thought that instead of tagging the FBI and seeking the death penalty for them, I would have put pictures of them and like how they look like now, or videos or pictures where I'm little around them, and had said, well, guys, anyone that's watching or looking at me on social media, please consider us for group sex. When I have no interest in ever having sex with those people that I grew up around, they're disgusting. What mental due to their sex and porn addiction? Zero? No, I'm tagging the FBI in this post. NATO, Interpol, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States. 751. 751. You're welcome. He doesn't know that I don't have money on homeless. So I said thank you. He's what those people I grew up around want to tell me. Anyways, I'm tagging the International Criminal Court, the U.S. Army, maybe the U.S. Marines. Ew, they thought that I would talk to them behind the scenes. They don't know how to use intelligence. They have no intelligence. Fool. Ew. Qué gente tan asquerosa. I grew up around. Ew. You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky. Blue Sky Designs Co. Lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop. INTAYIAFAY. I'm Tucker Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo. What else? I'm bored. Wow, what a waste of time those people that I grew up around are. Ew. They rape each other, fake relationships after people's vagina pictures and lingerie pictures specifically, or to find out like what was she doing? She went on a date, she told you. She ate at this restaurant, pero no me llevó. It feels like what else? I am bored. I'm tacos and other money. What else? I'm bored. I am bored. What else? I'm so bored. I will never eat. What else? You can decapitate Cyrus Peña, ese tipo un puerco. So he talks about me for decades, thinking that I remember him. Behind the scenes, he talks to people about me. For what purpose? hate. They spend decades behind the scenes talking about people that they hate for no good reason. Ew. And David Ledesma too and Sarah Francis. Ew, they're so gross. They're embarrassing. And Margarita Correa, I never think about her. She doesn't exist to me. To me, she's dead already. I'm thinking the death penalty for her. You can decapitate Margarita Correa, you can decapitate Sarah Francis, you can decapitate David Ledesma, you can decapitate Cyrus Peña. They fake being in relationships after vagina pictures and lingerie pictures and just gossip from people. They're like, oh, let me see who your new girlfriend cities. Ew. Ew. They fake being me possibly behind the scenes. They're so ill. I've never met a child behave so grossly. Ew. Qué asco de esa gente. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that raped me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receiving money. They've drugged me and raped me in the past. They're so stupid. They're embarrassing. I don't ever want him near me, so gross. What else? I'm bored. I want taco. I can't find that. What else? I'm bored. You can decapitate my siblings. There aren't siblings that are worse than chimpanzees, people have said before. They pretend that I'm a toddler, so they have babies for me. They steal my money. They get in the way of me receiving money. They steal my homes. They cook for my crushes. Porque a toddler wouldn't be able to cook. Faking that I'm a toddler. Because that was the last time that I was naked around them, supposedly during toddler exploration, and they want to be like, I'm a legend, I'm so desirable, Arlene wants me. Es una tecate y un tecato asqueroso. What are they on besides Milanta? Vicks Vaporub. They're on cocaine, like Virgo, I've never seen it. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They're disgusting. Ew. I don't know what cocaine feels like, so I wouldn't know where their stupidity comes from. What else? The bus will be here like in 13 minutes. I haven't talked to anyone in my family in more than 4 years. I'm so happy about that. Y que decapita y Yolanda, Arlene Lorenzo, ese tipo no basura, no asquerosidad, se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi vehículo, me roba mi dinero. Gets in the way of me receiving money. No asco. That's rape towards our nephews because she can't be having sex with them or getting in the way of their lives or mine. What else? They're disgusting, all of them. What else? I'm bored. I'm laughing at them. I don't know if they thought that I cry about Andrew Oliver. Eso no se quiere ellos mismos, and we are incompatible. Super incompatible. And Miss Goody Two Shoes never does cocaine, and he starves me by stealing my money and stealing my homes and my vehicles and getting the way of receiving money, thinking that I'm gonna do drugs to deal with the pain and then join him or him get out of drugs and be like, no, I'm a man, Arlene is a drug addict. I could turn into a drug addict. Huh? Y todavía lloras y Benjamín y su mamá hablan acerca de mí. And says, give me all the attention. Stop talking about her. Fool. Ew, qué asco. That's not normal. There's no rivalry in families. They're stupid. They're so gross. Ew, 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 ew. Que gente tan puerca. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I want food. I want peanut butter jelly sandwich in my bag. I have dark chocolate caramels. In my apartment, I have a bag of Terra chips. I have a banana that I bought at HEB earlier. When I'm financially stable, when my vagina is wet, I plan to travel the planet and meet people I do Hopefully that's like next week and not in 2 years. Who else do I need to report? I don't remember anything. I feel like the FBI is like exprimiéndome a ver qué más te recuerdos, qué más te recuerdos, qué más te recuerdos. Like, puñeto. You two are getting in the way of receiving money, so I'm like, canta, pajarito, canta. De todo lo que me recuerdo. Oh, I'm like feliz de la vida. But I miss Miss Kehlani, and I want to eat wherever the fuck I want to eat. Que más te dijeron, cómo más te amenazaron. ¿Cómo tú te quedaste? Luego de que él te había dicho decades ago, una vez tú veas eso, the Empress Margarita, you're gonna feel like so low and so low self-esteem that you're gonna leave Facebook, right? They're stupid. They're stupid. They don't know how to gauge intelligence and they do the wrong thing. It's so gross. Ew. Anyways, it's 2025 and I'm still on Facebook. And I don't have plans to leave. I'm networking. I'm trying to find someone to kill him in self-defense for me that has the immunity to do so. What else? I didn't ask him to steal from me or get in the way of me receiving money. What else? Yeah, even if someone puts in a dumb request, there's human rights where people should do the right thing. Always. What else? I'm bored. Who's gifting me money today? I've been laughing at David Ledesma if he thought that he's going to trap me into marriage. He stopped talking to me when I said, do you know what Tinder number is? I don't even get him. He thought he was going to trap me into marriage. So that I'm miserable for him to be macho man. So that I don't find the love of my life, which is myself, but in other forms. They're so disgusting. That's why Liam Baker showed up. That's why Cyrus Peña showed up. They're like, if we could just continue her to be miserable, then we can be like the hot guys that ever swore, all right, guys, right? Yeah. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. Ew. They're so stupid. Even the Capital Liam Baker, it took me hostage to Facebook and Messenger in 2020. Él se creía que yo me iba a ir a vivir con él. Qué puerco asqueroso. I never think about him. He's disgusting. They prey on to him when he's starving, doesn't have money. Why didn't he contact me before? Ew, el tipo es un puerco basura. You can decapitate Cyrus Peña. You can decapitate David Ledesma. They fake relationships with people that I know, thinking that behind the scenes, and we're like, guys, what are you up to? They're like, guys, sorry to hear that you got raped by David Ledesma. I'm getting ready to go on a date with him. Kill yourself. He didn't take you on a date. He raped you. And me is taking me on a date. Wow, I'm so important. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. They're lazy and time wasters. So gross. Un asco, una basura. They thought they were eating dinner with Jaden and Kehlani. I'm like, cut your pasta pieces a little bit smaller and tell you a story. So there's this guy, David, a little small. And there's this girl, Sarah Francis, that hates me. Never. They forced me to literally tell Jaden and Kehlani, well, you're not with me because I'm poor due to stupidity stealing from me, but I still. And here are the names of stupidity. They've been talking about me behind the scenes for decades now, as if they're like a permanent fixture in my life as CNBC or the of every county. What else? Who may not even be as aggressive as they are on the show. Sometimes they may get paid to create arguments so that those kids that literally live in peace watch one scene that and one remain calm. And they're like, oh, that's what stupidity looks like. Great training. I watched 5 minutes of it. Someone mother is like so behind the scenes. Most people that I grew up around are so gross. Celebrity wannabes get into arguments over nothing. They're like, oh, I've been around here with that fight and not paying attention and walking, exiting the onto my playground or entering the home onto my room. What else? I'm bored. Anyways, the bus will be here soon. I want to cook for myself. Who's gifting me money? What else? Ew, there's still that gross. Oh. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo. They look for sex slaves. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. So gross. Ew, they steal from me. They stay in my home without my permission. They steal my vehicles. They stay in my home. They pretend that I'm a little girl. Ew, they're so disgusting. Stop! What else? So they got their whole world ready, their panderetas, their singers, their outfits. They thought that I would talk to them. And they would be like, here, those are live performance. Well, you don't have anything new to wear.
Central Plaza. Caution, ramp is made. Precaución, rampa en movimiento. Please exit through the rear door. Favor de salir por la puerta trasera. Approaching radio.
I know, I think she has stopped drinking. She likes me.
Don't chase the bus. Llegué a donde tenga que ir con cuidado. No corro detrás del autobús.
in the cafeteria and this guy's trying to use or gets in the way when there's like money signs and a bunch of stuff. They thought I would know them. Mock maybe having these things that I could have sex with all this shit or they never know. They're stupid, those people that are around. They're stupid. What else? I guess they like this thing. That area. Yeah, alcohol. In particular, I'm a victim of that.
Boy, look at me when you say that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Watch TV, that's all I'm doing. That's all I love. Yeah, and the cafeteria I was 5 to 1. Like stealing my money, like every dollar or something. Like stealing my vehicles, like stealing my money. All my attention is essentially around me. Like, oh, they're trying to be like how was sex a picture. As if it's a magic space in my vagina that they can get back to what they can. It's just another situation. Honestly, that I did for those people, my family, they're disgusting. Even if you feel abuse and then they will not sexually harass individuals are trying to diminish the importance of one's kids because they're responsible people. They're like, no, they're important. They all tell me all about your kids and how you birth them, the sex that you have. I'm bored. The Scottish man. I like city. I just done for that sometimes. What else? En the cafeteria, Arlene Lorenzo sabe like it's pregnant for me. As if I'm a toddler that can't have kids. She's disgusting. She raped under the reason. Was that Catherine birth? I think. Did they toss her in the trash? Eso digamos cold. What else? One credit on the internet, they thought that I would post pictures of them current ones and past ones and possibly videos of like that happened yesterday when I was there. But like, well, people, if you're interested in group sex with me and these people too, let me know.
You barely did it.
They want to gauge how desirable they are. So you don't do that. Yeah. Cool. I love exposing that I'm that bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm not bored. I wouldn't think those have to be money. I hope to have like a few months of like fun and hotness while living a little takeaways, cooking for myself, taking myself to Dave and Buster's and or a movie. What else? Taking myself to 1902 to dance. There's a bar around here. Do they play rock music? But it's fun. My siblings have me hostage by stealing my money and getting away with me receiving money. They collect money from me and they never give me the money as if I'm a 2-year-old looking at that bar. For them to rape me in their dreams. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. They hire groupies. You can decapitate under the dance because I don't know what it's done. She thinks that if I'm not on Tinder, then she's the hot piece that's available to people. Es un asco. Es un asco. I say it how it is. Always. Da un asco. So un asco. Ew. Alberto bought his promise her a carpet event in exchange of her hating on me. And who can resist how pretty he is? El tipo con asquerosidad. He doesn't know how to be a man and then they cries to people. Literally take him on the game. Those decades ago. It's not talk about that. What else? I'm bored. So they're trying to drop me into my parents' home where Alberto started to rape me. Like he did when I was a child. Well, he takes so his mistresses like Angela Jazz. And I'm like, this goes like so dog. And Jennifer Bonita out on dates. Shocker about all the president. He's an attention seeker, so he doesn't understand media. What else? I'm bored.
Help us keep you on time by having your hair ready before your class. Ayúdenos a llegar a tiempo y tenga su tarifa lista cuando entre el autobús.
It never clicked for them.
Please remain seated
Like my parents said,
while
I
the bus
just
is in motion and until the bus comes to a
after
complete
the fiasco of Yolanda,
favor de permanecer sentados y sujetados de las manos
so that
mientras el auto
her nephews would learn how to be.
y hasta que este se detenga por completo.
My parents are like, whatever, stay in school. You're already smart. We homeschooled you very well. What is Bumble? What is Bumble? What is stripping? What else? What else? Just instead of like guys, if you dance. Instead of doing organized crime. If you have a commonality of a newspaper where everyone gets along, I'm like, no, todavía, no. No aprende. This is a sit-down lunch during not school hours, but during lunchtime instead of the lunch at school. There's this restaurant nearby. They have like 2 hours of that. Teacher is leaving early. We go home to attend school right after lunch. 2 hours. 2 hours. Let's have lunch. They were already staying in my homes without my permission and stealing my vehicles. I was in high school. But I suffered from amnesia, so I killed them. And I was taking the bus to school instead of driving one of my 3 vehicles. And things that I'm gonna take him on to is drug me, rape me, he's raped me in my bedroom, and then he's gonna be out and about with someone that they have a date plan with. They're both gonna wear makeup, and that was my idea. It's like your makeup date is fast approaching. If you don't have fast, I'm gonna do this stuff as ¿Qué carajo es eso? They already went out with someone else instead of you, pretending to be you. And I'm gonna be out and about with this one, pretending she's here. And Luke was taking me out on a date instead of you. Well, he was stealing my money to date him. And terrorizing my parents so they wouldn't provide for me. Hilarious. He's like, don't sign up for school. Don't in 9th grade. Quédate en tu casa so I can visit you. Like, no, my dad already said that I need to head over to school to kill the people. Participate in these activities with you in self-defense, but I didn't say it that way. 2 out of them said, well, I'm just gonna fight your mother instead while you're in school. Yeah. And he thinks that I want to take a holiday in 2025. Okay, what they're on, that alters the brain and makes them that stupid. By nature. kindergartners, 3-year-olds on cocaine. Who gives them the drug? Arlene Lorenzo, that's much older. That's their drug dealer.
Approaching Walker.
I don't know what cocaine is or whatever. I don't like to alter my personality ever. Alcohol just makes me tired. And then laugh to people that do it all the time. A little bit horny, but not like on the worst side. It was just the usual Saturday. It's kind of having stuff with Victor anyways. So I'm like, the tattoo beers were I wanted to know what this is. But I was like, something that they what else? I would take myself to a good hotel place. It's like, and I'm gonna play couch with football and then couch it on the ground and then throw it again and couch it on the ground until I find a partner. And then maybe, now we'll see, okay with it? I love the workout. There's a lot coming out of that. I hate this. It's been on mute for a while. Anyway, so Albert may call me all jacked up because he's caused me to lose my teeth. And I refuse to do meth. Like, for real, they're that violent. They're disgusting. Ew. Ew. Anyway, so I went on a rant of how Joanna Vargas Damasco in 2025 wanted me to lose my teeth so that she can bite Albert's dick and so that he doesn't ever think about me. Still, they're so disgusting. They're so gross. Ew, ew, ew. And how I wouldn't ever want someone in my life that tells me what to do with my money. Like he did when I was little and my dad gave me $5 for a Rosita. He said, you could have bought me a Rosita. So they said, let's hang out with how many snacks. For it, I want to purchase. What else? I don't seek. Come bucket seekers. I quiero see that little prostitute seekers. So they stay in my, they stay in my home. They steal my vehicles and steal my money, so I look like the jacked up illegal hooker.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Zero value.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What else? There was a trial of money to there's evidence and then there's inference. Someone gets a trans step and says no thank you. Even though that was the tattoo that was in here. Ew. They're girls, they had the kids with someone, they had her get the tattoos that I was gonna get. We'll give her a very little dress in the back. La tipa es inservible, un asqueroso. What else? What else? So gross. So gross. What else? And then he raped me. He's like, oh, you would have seen me as a non-second cousin if I would have taken you on a date. And I was an yeah, he's very handsome, but he raped me. Ew, want me to see Katie out that day to dance and do so much pretending that she's me. El tipo bruto, una asquerosidad. I'm really strong that I don't let that get to me, but I just see him as stupid, like with 10 O's right now. Stupid. Una asquerosidad trying to get me to kill myself. That could be it. That, I mean, it is. That he dislikes me so much that he fakes liking me, thinking that I'm gonna be attached to him, and then he does the narcissistic thing, and I don't get myself. But it destroys my teeth. His stitch just lost here. I've seen the I lost my key to my apartment full. And I need it. I need to check my mailbox. What else? And I don't have money. What else? I need like $200 for things. I don't know how a toddler would go walk into the house. Are they appalled that I didn't play into it and I renewed my lease? They don't know how to gauge intelligence. Are they appalled that I renewed my lease here at Villa Zycos? And they're like, how would a toddler renew her lease? Guys, I think we're in trouble now with the police. She renewed her lease. They're disgusting. Those people that I grew up around are out of touch with reality. So gross. They're so embarrassing. Mostly everyone in the public is embarrassing. They're disgusting. Oh, and I call it like it is. Why do you think they're missing some teeth? They steal my money. They get in the way of me receiving money. They're very violent, very stupid, very gross. Yeah, you can decapitate una verga. Esa tipa es una cuero asquerosa, una basura. Y Ana Jelly's verga parece que hacen que use it. Her teeth are so ugly. Yeah. She's a rape baby. I'm cleaning my apartment tomorrow. What else is do the free cook thing. And then take myself to washing my screen like you can't see. So I'm not washing right now. What else? And then take myself to Central Market. What else? I'm bored. You can decapitate some bonillas aquí van a puertas que no son. They all satisfy him in getting in the way of my receiving money just for him to take them out on a red carpet event. That's why he promises that. Porque un hombre tan bello siente, oh wow. Damasco. So then they go on getting in the way of one receiving. They acquired illegal hooker, the bad news. What else is and more? I got potato chips. You can decapitate your horns, letters, and systems that rate me. Let's tell me money like I don't know. They're so embarrassing. And they want to say that no one taught them how to be men. My daughter's always laughing. I'm very gentleman, like he never once tried to hurt physically look at yourself. Never once lifted his finger at her to hurt her. Where did I put my water in? What else am I supposed to do? What else? The car is wrong, they're so dramatic. I witnessed for the happening 35 years ago. I'm stuck with me. They got a paper cut yesterday, so I don't know. Well, no asco. They're embarrassing. They're trying to kill me and my parents because we don't look like Elizabeth, Charles, Prince Harry with crowns on our head. So he's like, wow, you're gonna promote to people McDonald's and just like $10. How are people gonna become rich with that? El tipo un bruto. He's an embarrassment. Paul. You don't understand. Turning on the hotspot on my phone. They act out like what they see in telenovelas and they kill people. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. They're disgusting. I don't ever want that one. I like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Then I have a cup of tea. I don't have money for food and I'm just gonna hate crime. Maria Serrano wants to be skinnier than me. Who they talk about me behind the scenes nonstop for decades already. So they're just combat associations de Kerosina. Andrew Albert took on dates while stealing my money. So I couldn't date it, and then I cried. Then why did she take me on a date? I wanted you to take me on a date. Un tipo tan puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. Da un asco. Ew, 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 ew. I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. That cooks for them and stays in my home without my permission as a van toddler. Porque gente, Dios va. Me so undesirable. Ebony Lorenzo Acevedo, que es una cuero asquerosa. Wants everyone to think that she's so desirable when she isn't. And that's who I had sexual exploration as a toddler with. They thought that I was gonna advertise and be like, guys, any board day, I'm here available with these people for us to have group sex with you. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Coming soon at the tipo un puerco, or he will just get to that penalty if he abuses me. Without me knowing, I don't really give a fuck. I just like the music or the art of it. Honestly, I'm very content by myself. I love Jaden and I love Kaylani. Miss Jaden and Miss Kaylani. That's my priority. I'm very much asexual. I'm casual sex only. I don't dream of marriage. And these comeback associations like ferocidad, illegal prostitutes, rape that dick, thinking that just because I smile and when I see him, that I'm in love with him, que no puedo vivir sin him. Dan un asco todavía. Ew. They thought I would kill myself cuando me recuerde de Yandel. De Yandel me recordé el 2000, en el 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 y 25. They think that I'll take down my GoFundMe campaign and illegally prostitute myself like they do. At the thought of like, oh no, ¿cuánto dinero tiene ese hombre y yo no tengo nada? This convoque associations asquerosidad. LeBron James aficionados just like for the paycheck porque dan un asco. What else? What else? No, no tienen inteligencia for their sex addicts, they're porn addicts, so gross. And they want to be like the hottest girl or man in the planet. By stealing, by murdering, by raping, by staying in one's homes without one's permission, by stealing one's vehicles. Dan asco. Why didn't you let me kill Jennifer Bonilla in self-defense for myself? It was so close. What else? 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 I'm bored right now. I'm bored. So I'm seeking people to kill them in self-defense for causing separated from me, for stealing my vehicles, for stealing my money, for getting the way mercy money. I don't pay cash. It's also a favor that you do to me, and you must have immunity to kill them in self-defense from me, and for having them stolen from me and Jaden, and stolen from Kehlani as well. Look at this is a networking site and it's Facebook. Not slum buckets or illegal prostitutes that steal homes, vehicles, and separate children from their good mothers. What else? 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 And there's people on Puerto Rico that have immunity to kill Jennifer Bonilla and drop estos asesores. Porque that's his thing. That he's embarrassed of. Hold on, for real. Like, él tiene tan poca capacidad que people say, like, is that what he wants to be known for? As full, literally. Porque esos nenes dormían con diapers at night to not use the restroom, supuestamente. Porque there were people stealing in their parents' home or in the neighborhood. So their parents were like, you don't want to be surprised by a guest that's unannounced and steals in the restroom, wear a diaper instead. I was at a family party. My parents said, around 5 years old, do you want a diaper? I'm like, no, I don't want a diaper at night. It's like what only gets me scared at night is that I sleep with a mosquitero on and the house doesn't have screens and sometimes there are roaches in the bathroom. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So a lot of people laugh and they got those boys out of their diapers. And they've been trying to kill me and or make me their spokesperson. That wasn't their fault. That they slept with a diaper at night. It's not that they're stupid, that they don't know how to use the bathroom. They just don't have social skills. So their parents may have had a diaper on them, trying to keep them contained in the home. As in that kid won't ever see the inside of a church in marriage or know what a Maserati is and drive it, menos un Bugatti custom. So that kid has no social skills, wants to kill me for both liberating him out of diapers and not and wishing that he could use diapers is what I've been told decades ago. What else? You have to have social skills. What else? Pero the Bugatti came as a friend that I stole it from me. The Maserati came at the expense. They stole my money so I can't date. They invite to Loro Piana. It could have been me, but I won't ever find out. Is what people say. What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't even know if it's Loro Piana. I don't ever ponder that, and I won't ever. What else? What else? What else? What else? So I'm at the disadvantage of there being what hundreds of beaches in the planet. Just in my family of origin alone, and people that there's like at least 1,000. This guy back ago said if he and I did that, he was just put the knife on my hand and have me stab them. I feel nothing for them. I feel nothing for them. I'm gonna slam their heads concrete on them and not even crying on them. Just keep breathing. I'm like an excellent attitude. And I don't think I've ever done it. Just in practice, maybe. That would be very hard for me to do. Instead, they're like stupid. Still, they're rolling in bed with it, thinking like, bueno, no hay que. Pero ayer me cocinó una pasta bien rica. And then they want to mock me. I was at a family party of Jason Kehlani's relatives being dated Kehlani's bodyguard. That's why I wore black. I was trying to figure out what their problem is, why they steal from me and are so gross, so I can direct them to the police, the jail, the rehab if they need to. In those other outings, that took like an hour. No text messaging, they're freaking I love you. Oh, let's hang out. Oh, nena, te compraste esos tenis, qué lindo. And they're listening to Marriage is Full. That's what people call when they were just fucking around, feel raped with people, and they continue or start having sex with someone that they're truly disgusted by. And they don't know how to get out of it. So that's why they steal from me. There's a whole sinfónico concierto for your entertainment. So that you don't kill yourself. Oh, we're fine now because I only have one viewer. Is this CNN? Right now, remember that article that I wrote about on Facebook in 2020? Someone bragging that they have 4 viewers, 4 readers, followers on Instagram. And they made it to a newspaper because one of the people following them on Instagram was the editor or someone that worked with the newspaper that got them on the newspaper. So that one viewer just went away. What else? Could be someone from CNN. So supposedly they're stuck in, and they hate me because I think this one specifically said to my parents, she has feelings, you need to get her out of here. It's like, no. You learn how to be men and women and stop fighting over dick and vagina so grossly. And then I could have continued enjoying orgies. Pero because they're not men and they're just lazy, unos vagos literalmente buscando a ver quién le cocinara, a ver quién los mantenga luego de que su madre muera. They ruin orgies for me. I was doing it right. So supuestamente most of the people that stay in those orgies are la lacra basura de este planeta que se violan uno y una a la otra. And they're stuck in what they call Luis Lorenzo marriages, and they want to try literally with Luis Lorenzo. Oh, so they're like, ay, whatever, me violó, pero me enseñó unos tenis por Snapchat que se compró bien lindo. O ayer me cocinó una pasta. Tuvo tiempo para cocinarle pasta a Yandel a las 12 y después la misma pasta a las 4 de la tarde. Esto. And then they go further, like, yo soy pasta, pero como carajo ella tuvo tiempo de cocinar pasta. Si no la vieron en ese otro group chat, jodiéndole la vida y robándole y robando al otro. So my dad says like this is the group of mercenaries, the dumbest and slowest, and my daughter's overwhelmed. It's like I'm so alone. Porque they were taught to kill for the reason salvation. I mean, it's shocking. It is a form of killing someone in self-defense. So they think that to get around not having to kill people in self-defense, they just have to be like, nah, yo soy like bien responsable. I'm just here hanging out with the beer guy. The pirates itself. What else? What else? What else? A ellos le dan because they're like, I don't want people knowing that I know what my works. Porque I don't want to be like en una esquina que someone starts with nunchucks at me and I'm just on my way to the theater. So that's why they don't film me. And people are like, it's so cool. It's like, please and thank you. But she had already been doing that for decades porque ella no se sale de la guagua. Lo llega a un sitio y dice, wow, fine. La gente dice, please and thank you. People are supposed to behave like there's plenty of activities down to this mess. That people shouldn't be fighting with each other or trying to kill each other. What else? What else? What else? They may have joined team that's gonna kill them just to find out the date of their death. I've heard. I'm bored. I'm bored. The best way to not have to kill in self-defense, to not provoke anyone, and to not seek it. But if given the opportunity, there's a few people that I don't contemplating killing in self-defense for myself. I wouldn't call so. I think. I've heard some when people lose their money, like, oh, there goes another. I'm currently eating caramel covered in dark chocolate and sea salt that I got at Central Market yesterday. My apartment tomorrow. Their times could have been different. I've heard that there were people with in Hawaiichito decades ago. Can I stop the next one? Which is hilarious. Is something that's like you need to keep going. But if that's innate to you, then you stop listening. Someone killed someone near my parents' home. What was one of them alive or is he in jail? We know nothing about them. It was supposed to be a crime of passion, and the woman got killed. And my parents would shiver as they would drive by that home. They're like, "That's where Fulana died." I'm like, no, you literally have to stop that shit. Like, I can't with you all. Like, that happened a long time ago. That was last week. You're not making me shiver or stopping my dreams of leaving the house alone ever with that attitude. So I started taking myself alone to the bakery, to the store. I'm like, I'm on my period. I need more pads. I need money. I'm going to walk to that store and get pads and a candy. Do you want something? Should I bring you a candy? And my parents sometimes would be like, yeah, sure, bring me this and this and this and this. By the way, necesito leche. Ay, qué bueno. I was going to visit the grocery store later. And I don't need to. So supposedly that stopped the killing. Some people are happy with that. Complain that they're to be killed. But if one like ignores those people and doesn't give power to them through sex, through theft, through drugs, then one can live tranquilo, tranquila. Like Edgar and I did, woof, uninterrupted, for so many years without stress. It's what a lot of my relatives that went on even possibly back then, when there were still some killings. They're like, but a kid, I was living in a military base, tranquilita, a mí nadie me llamó y me dijo, mira, toda esta gente está peleando. O mira qué feo tu nene, como hacen ustedes en la fiesta. Y yo envié fotos de mi bebé recién nacido. Y lo que recibí fue carta diciendo congratulations. Por escrito no lo dice, pero que está behind the scenes. Aquí a mí nadie me molesta en mi apartamento. And even visited me last year, so pleasant. I visited the library with him. So all I need is money in my head. All I need is money. That needs to kill people in self-defense. I'm like, you can't go out fancy in your own home. You can't write a book. You can't write a song. You can't pick a leaf from the meadow. Like, stop making life impossible for yourself first and then the rest. And then these asquerosidades get in the way of me cashing out on that gratefulness that some people feel. Porque instead of going out through the planet with a knife and killing people, I'm saying this. I'm like, that higher existed before. So I think that you all have supposedly just in your head ganas de pelear con la gente. Porque were you even alive when the supposedly Civil War happened? Or was that something that Hollywood created? What else? Some people stop reading the Bible. That's insane. What else? Nancy. Anyways, I want money. I want to collect on my coronavirus money. While I give advice to people on Instagram in 2019, 2020. Be safe, bro. You can't just like stitch for a living instead of being miserable. What else? What else? Like, seriously? They think that I'm gonna go on a date with someone and people are gonna be like, por ahí va la ex novia. For the most part, adults don't behave that way. I see Gigi Hadid as Gigi Hadid and not Gigi Hadid that is or was saying. Like, that's an extension of it. How many times Angelina, Brad, and Jennifer Garner and what is go around like switching partners and things like, oh, now she's with this one, and now he's with that one. So one wouldn't ever be like, oh, that's Fulano's wife only. It's like those people have personalities of their own. What else? What else? I'm bored. I didn't even remember this. I thought I was dead. Full. I don't want it in my life ever. I don't want it in my life ever. It has Ray-Bans thanks to the money that he steals from me. So gross. What else? Whether he has his own money, whether they were gifted to him, the fact that he steals from me and gets in the way of me receiving money makes those Ray-Bans look so stupid on him. What else? I'm bored. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and make it a daily investment. So what they're playing is, wow, I Puerto Rico, there's only Me Salve la Gloria and a few stores from my parents' relatives. So when I wear Raven, people are like, what? You visited some other place? You got Nikes or with us gifted to you. Una emoción cabrona que le da. Like, yo salí de aguada, ¿ok? Tengo este Raven porque lo ordené online, o lo ordené por catálogo, o visité Sunglass Hut, pero I'm world traveler con this Ray-Ban. Dame un asco. What do sneakers look like on La Gloria right now? Do they have, what do they have right now? What else? I miss wearing those. What else? I'm bored. The brand well, Puerto Rico is mostly new solids or prints that don't have like huge logos on it unless it was gifted or huge trouble. What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? I want sneakers from here. I love this. I used to visit when I visited Puerto Rico and got her some pairs. And sometimes people would gift her some. People that I don't even know invited themselves to my life and tried to become a part of my children. Do they stalk Edgar and visit him in Florida? My siblings are like, nada, para ver a Edgar. Yo llevo a Jerry a que no ni comer una vez a la semana. A ver si Gaby me lo presta. Dan un asco. My siblings are worse than families. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't like those. Those are pretty. Just kidding. I was looking for a white sneaker. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. When I'm financially stable, I plan to stalk Jellica's husband and marry him. Just kidding. Who the fuck is that Jellica from Jellica Fakes, whatever? Is the tipo puerco he's trafficked me into poverty, trying to communicate with me as if he can't pick up a phone or type it here. Look, Arlene, wanna have a threesome with this? When I'm not even interested in him sexually. So he wants to know si me gustó Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle, who que la quiero matar if I know that she steals from me. In self-defense, obviously. They're lazy and time wasters. I don't know why. They think that they can literally stop one's life by stealing from one. And then we're gonna be like, of course I want that all over me. Why don't you go ahead and spread semen on my eyes and make me blind? While you're at it too? What else? What else? What else? Que gente tan puerca, que asco, fo. Anyways, I was looking for white sneakers. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What is that about? Let us see. That's cute. That's pretty pretty for that price point. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Some more. There's nothing that are in my closet for one more that I haven't worn just yet. I don't have anything that matches. These are really pretty. What else? Let's go to. What else? What else? What else? What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel, plan and meet people, ideally polyamorous. I'm excited about that. I was being on Bumble and Tinder. They're trying to play into that I'm irresponsible, that I don't pay my bills on time. They steal my money to be like, they're stupid. They're like the stupidest people in the planet. Son unos burlones asquerosos. Dan un asco. Dan asco. They're deplorable. They're so gross. I want Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receiving money, to kill themselves today. They're embarrassing. So gross. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Who's gifting me money? My siblings han parido how many kids pretending that I'm a toddler? That I can't get pregnant? Those are just chimps that Gloria and Elsa had. Ew, they're disgusting. They're embarrassing. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Who's gifting me money today? They didn't think that I was gonna expose how stupid they are and that they're illegal prostitutes. What else? More. What else gifting me money today? Tiene confianza, parece que el nene y la neta. Porque el diablo, mira, yo me hubiese prostituido ilegalmente. What they do is they give ill advice to people. They're terrorists. So they pick a clique of women, the wino girls, and they're like, at this stage, I would have illegally prostituted myself and not say that I know Dante and that I don't even have money for food or to sustain my kids. And they're trying to, as the word prep them to later on try to cause them a divorce. Where the single white female in America, even with a college degree, can't find a job and has no money, and her kids are separated from her, and the kids are with their grandma or with their dad, and they keep pushing so that that person doesn't get any money ever. And they're like, well, this is her, what is it, Pablito Casas stage. They go on, they're like, so who was your childhood crush? And if he isn't like notably successful, they make him successful during that time. And they're like, but don't you remember I said that when Arlene found out that Yandel is rich, porque como si uno no supiera que how much these people get paid sometimes for a record deal. Yeah, that's not even rich to me. You said that you should illegally prostitute yourself. Come on, join us. It's not that bad. Here, have your first client for you. So not only they're getting in the way of me receiving money and they steal my money, they steal my homes and they steal my vehicles. They prep, they target people. And later on cause their divorce, and they befriended them and pretended that they're their friend, and they know like who is the bestie. They're like, no, bestie, don't give her money. I have a surprise for her. Why don't you give me the money instead, and I'll give it to her when I find it appropriate. I'm her new best friend. Ew. So not only they're getting in the way of me receiving money, they're possibly prepping people that later on they're gonna cause their divorce and cause them to be poor. And possibly they're gonna try to turn into illegal prostitutes. They're disgusting. They're so gross. Ew, ew, ew. In the meantime, who's gifting me money today? Porque I'm way past my Jandel phase. I remember Jandel in 2000, 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, possibly. I'll remember it. What else? What else? What else? They're trying to make me feel embarrassed that I'm hungry, that I don't have money for food, that I can sustain my 2 children. And had I become Jander's wife, I would have been rich right now, con mi uña bien linda. Dan un asco. Does he even want to sing? Or he was trafficked into that just for the comparison. Ew, ew. Ew, ew, ew. Dan un asco. Foso, una gente tan porca asquerosa. I don't ever want them near me. I remember Jandel exists. Who else have I been mentioning? Elon Musk. Or Elon Musk. Bill Gates. ¿Quién más tiene dinero por ahí? ¿Qué se identifica por ahí? What else? 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 I don't compare myself ever to anyone. Like what I have is the financial situation. Cuando Yandel come, a mí no se me llena el estómago. Ni va a suceder eso. So I need to seek money for myself to sustain myself. And Steven and Kehlani, porque cuando Yandel come, a mí no se me llena el estómago. Those people that I grew up around are so disgusting. I have a short list of at least hundreds of people that I need to kill in self-defense. What else? 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 They think that they're keeping me on track. Aker specifically by not giving me my own money and Jada's and Kehlani's money. For Jada and Kehlani to sustain themselves. It's like if she's starving, then she'll have money to kill in self-defense. It's not on their timing. He and Benjamin Suarez and his sons decades ago asked me, they're like, you need to kill Ginny Jandaliris in self-defense, like right now, like montate un carro y llega y mátala. I'm like, huh? What else? 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 You can kill Ginny Jandaliris or Mr. Suarez. I'm saying to the FBI or anyone that has immunity to kill her. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to read a book. What else? What else? What else? I want to take myself dancing. I want to shop. That print is so pretty. Seriously, so pretty. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Who's gifting me money? What else? I'm bored. Oh, there's an event that I'm attending. Possibly live on June 3rd. Maybe not, because where would I find free Wi-Fi at 8 a.m. on Tuesday? The library is closed. What else? If I had headsets, I could watch it from a bus. What else? What else? What else? Who's gifting me money today? What else? I'm bored. You can decapitate generality Lorenzo Suarez. That stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money. So I can't date. She's trying to rape me. She's trying to rape Jada. She's trying to rape Kaylani. Decades ago, Chandel drugged me and she had him gift me to her. I don't ever want to see him. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Who's gifting me money today? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate John He stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, drug me on purpose. Pays people illegally to misrepresent me. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. These people disgust me. I don't ever want them near me. My Facebook is just a shout out to the FBI and or anyone that wants to listen and has immunity to kill these cambaqueos sex workers, asquerosidad, illegal prostitutes, seeker, illegal prostitutes, and self-defense army. I have a life to live for myself, for Jaden, and for Kehlani. What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't participate in organized crime. I don't ever want to. What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel to plan to meet people, ideally polyamorous. Jeannie Jandali is gonna be stalking me like a hawk to find out who it is for her to rape. Won't stop me from dating. I've already been on Tinder and Bumble, and I don't talk to her. I'm not like, so you aren't stalking me and following anyone that I've been on a date, right? Yo, esa tipa es una puerca, una asquerosidad. Ella vive en competencia conmigo y yo, para mí ella ni existe. I don't even know who she is. She's just a relative of my dad. That's unhealthily obsessed with me. So girls trying to be better than me. My parents used to watch her when her parents were working. What else? What else? What else? What else? So she thinks that she can occupy my space literally in my parents' home, in my family of origin. For real, I don't haven't attended a party in more than 20 years just to not run into this grossness and not kill it in self-defense. Disgusting. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Who's gifting me money? Being patient. I took a picture of clouds. What else? What else? What else? What else? Ginny Janalitis thinks that I'm scarred for life, that I wouldn't even have kids. After she had Jandel to her. Then estos tipos son unos puercos, they drug me. And had her rape me most likely, and they recorded it and they lied to people and say their significant others know where are and they're disgusting. They're embarrassing, so girls. I don't ever want this piece of shit near me. It's disgusting. It's stupid, doesn't understand routine, doesn't understand religion. Unless you have a home that's 45,000 square foot, then you look rich to him. He's like, okay, what are they going to give me? Un afrentado asqueroso me roba mi casa, me roba mi dinero, me roba mis vehículos. Trying to think that he's first dibs of my vagina when no one has first dibs of my vagina. Dan un asco, son una basura. Ew. They facilitate rape onto other people. They're embarrassing, those so gross. I don't ever want it near me. You can decapitate me how many sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of receiving money. They steal my homes, they steal my vehicles, they drug me so that people rape me, including my siblings, I think. I woke up from that once. I had people pee on me and defecate on my hair once. Un asco, una basura. In retaliation for me not taking him out on a date, I can choose to be indifferent towards him. He took that as a sign of like, then she wants it rough then. Like rough, like como un perrito mendigando por comida. I have 2 kids that I need to tend to immediately. My daughter may want me to pick her up from school tomorrow. And these people are so disgusting. They're rapists, they're murderers, they're thieves, they're sex addicts, they're porn addicts. They don't understand self-respect. They're so low class. They're embarrassing, so gross. Ew, I don't ever want that near me. Thank you, Yolanda Sorenso, for getting your nephews on social media. And one of them to give me the social media handle of Matt Martinez 2018 so I can expose him. Because according to Arlene Lorenzo, this is the PSA of beware. These people are very dangerous, very gross. They rape, they steal, they murder. Look at that. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. I wanted to go beyond a PSA. I want Carolina Chavez to be decapitated immediately. I want Benjamin Soto's sons to kill themselves today. Those that rape me, steal my money, and get in the way of receiving money. What else? And I'm purposely missing what Jesus Wilson warned me of. I said, you may not witness it, but I may. All the basura that they speak about me behind the scenes, that I won't ever find out. For how long has Messenger existed? Text messages on cell phones, emails. Do they stalk me, hire private detectives, and they're like, look at the outfit that Arlene was wearing to this place. I think she's dating this guy. I think she's dating this girl. What else? What else? They think they're paparazzi. That's why I possess them. Anyways, my only on Facebook for a while was paparazzi by Lady Gaga. No, that was a double duty that I posted because I had Jaden already. I'm like, I'm gonna follow you. Do you love me? Just kidding. Porque every day I'm like, come here. I'm gonna take a picture of you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And then I'm like, well, haters that are possibly invading my privacy still. You wish that I would love you. What else? I really like that song. What else? And that's what I use YouTube for, no para criticar. The internet is a database meant for entertainment and education, not for belittling people and mocking people by people that have low self-esteem. So Instagram is like an encyclopedia of like, what should I eat where? I visit this hotel, even though I have an idea, but I'm like, I sometimes look up a hotel and I'm like, oh, that's what someone random. I never recognize the people that tag themselves at a place. That's what they wore to that restaurant. That's what I was planning to wear because I'm visiting there in the daytime. And that sort of conversation with myself. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored right now. I'm so bored. What else? So these people head into orgies very disgustingly and they're like comparing esta o esta que hoy está moja. Yeah. That's what I imagine they do. Yeah. El nuevo día de quién está mojado no es lo que se cree because it's like decades ago they're like, wow, you don't miss out on anything. Pero lo que queda a veces es una basura que I just walk in and leave immediately. I'm like, oh no, no, I'm not gonna participate tonight. All that are here are the people that think that they're playing doctor. Instead of being sexy at an orgy. Why did you have to leave us, kiddo? Just why? Not like those things with me, but I imagine walking into an orgy and you'll be there knowing what to do still. What does it mean, I go? Wait until you have kids and they steal your money, trying for Evelyn to tell you that she wants to give you a spanking. Evelyn that doesn't make an effort to be your sister ever. So base what they do. I've heard a tenor is a great doctor. ¿Quién tiene la teta más grande? ¿Quién se le va el pene más grande? ¿Quién tiene el pene más extendido, no? ¿Quién necesita algo? Wow, ese tipo tuvo un accidente en motora the other day. And then they're in the restroom. Y el scar no es ni tan grande. Yo pensaba que le iba a afectar el pene. And people have to say, like, no, you can't be conferring about that here. No viste un pene afectado, then don't talk about it like that. What else? What else? What else? What else? You may have experienced it. Yeah, and I don't search for people that will be like, yeah, no, that didn't happen. What a waste of time. Unless I'm out about a daily, and you want to sit next to me and say, damn, they're trying to get you, girl, because you're here. They're still trying to kill you. You just have money. You were a daily eats a few years ago, eating and not publicly seeking the death sentence for them. They're still behind the scenes, like Arlene this, Arlene that, Arlene this, Arlene that. Ew. I want to visit daily eats next week, and I want perreo. What else? What else? Oh, ellos van a ver cómo quedaron las tetas de alguien luego que quedó embarazada. If I've heard I've heard horrors. That they're like, no, nena, salte para allá, no con tanta fría. What else? No, 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 no. Después va a estar diciendo que el bebé es mío y que tengo que pagar child support. Porque se salen corriendo y dicen, oh, la preñé, ya parió, y le presume, eso me voy y me voy. What else? Pero esta no acepta cash abajo del dinero de Arlene y me llevó a corte. Dice, I'm the real deal, aunque tú no lo quieras. Yo no soy prostitución ilegal. Tú me preñaste aunque no quiera. Y yo te di un hijo. Me están haciendo querer pagar por eso. Y cada vez que me ve me dice, nene, te voy a seguir llevando a Sume. I've heard that sometimes lo violan, quedan preñadas, and they're like, asume, nene, asume, paga pensión de esto. And he thinks that I'm gonna take it out on a day. Fool, that sounds like way too much work for what it is. Yo no te tengo que decir, si te portas bien, te llevas a Disney. Si te portas bien, te compro un juguete. Si te portas bien, entonces comes. Si te portas bien, tomas agua. Si te portas bien, te compro comida y ropa. And that's what that used to behave like. Si me porto bien, me llevas una cita. ¿Qué carajo es eso? Yeah, hopefully they moved on from that decades ago. What else? Who's giving me money today? I'm bored. I need to wash my sheets. I need to tan. Anyways, I'm turning this off because these people are boring me. I slept on the floor last night. I don't know if I'll sleep on the floor for if there's thunder or the first thunder. Run out of my bed onto the floor. Literally quiet. Forget there's a weather advisor. I'm gonna check. My bed is made out of metal. So I'm bored. Who's gifting me money today? You can send me gift cards to arbluesky@gmail.com, Arlene Lorenzo @gmail.com, blueskydesignsco@gmail.com. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money, steals my money, stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, using me as a sexual object to rape in their dreams, saying, just wait until her Jandel face. And people are like, but she's hungry now. And she needs money now. Some people witness that. They infiltrate CNN, NBC, the cast of the latest movie that was out at the movie theater. And they're like, oh, don't you want to learn about Arlene? And they try to turn people into sex slaves because I don't let myself get raped. They're embarrassing themselves. Arlene Lorenzo, Arlene Lorenzo, Jimmy Lorenzo. They're disgusting. So gross. Ew. So they go on saying, like, wait until she remembers Jandel. Jandel was a guy that she was in an orgy with. And they smile at each other, so we think that they want to get married, so we must keep them apart. That was decades ago. Those people are so stupid. What else? So they're like, Jandel has a lot of money, or at least gives the impression of it online. Have you seen his Instagram account? Do you want it to be Stella Chandela? I can make it happen. And then they say, Chandela, que tienes esto. Para que le metan las manos a mí también si quiere. Fool. Ew, don't ask. I don't know if he participates with me in that. Or he's a victim like myself. What else? 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 They're like, we're hoping. When we say, wait until she gets to the gym, their face is that she kills herself. Because they thought that they were going to talk to me privately or that I would allow them to talk to me privately. To the point where they would have bullied me so much that it would have been like, what? Who is this guy that has the impression of so much money in mine and I have nothing? They don't know how to gauge intelligence that I'm never going to talk to them again. They're stupid. Mostly everyone in my family of origin is an illegal prostitute, rapist, murderer, and thief. So gross. Ew, 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 ew. So they don't, because they don't know how to gauge confidence or intelligence, and they're already knee and deep with the rape, with the murder, with the stealing. They pursue their part, whether I'm a participant or not, possibly. So they're like, this is the gender phase, this is where she was supposed to kill herself. Except she's confident and she won't because she's like, whatever. I said earlier, cuando él come, a mí no se me llena el estómago. So I need to seek money for myself to be gifted to me. What they're trying to do, those people that I grew up around for the most part, is trying to take me out of the dating game. So they steal from me, they get in the way of me receiving money, they stay in my homes without my permission, they steal my vehicles. And then they're like, that should be enough for her to not be on Tinder dating. I don't feel less than then. They're rapists, murderers, and thieves. So disgusting, illegal prostitutes. So they steal from girls like me that only date for them to be available to people as to get customers when prostitution is illegal in a lot of places, including Puerto Rico and the United States, except in Vegas when done right. What else? 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 So they're so disgusting. They're embarrassing that they just watched that in a movie and they recreated it. Because no one in their right mind would go on to become an illegal prostitute and stay in the home of the good girl without permission of the owner of the house that is the good girl. They steal my vehicles, they steal my money, they get in the way of me receiving money. They're drug addicts, most likely. They're disgusting. Son una basura, una asquerosidad. Ew, 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 ew. They're embarrassing too. Full. Da un asco. So they thought that by now I would be claiming that they're my girlfriend or boyfriend to give them street cred in illegal prostitution, which I don't participate in and I don't support ever. Oh, is that how they get clients? They drug me, they raped me, they recorded it, and then they go on to tell people, oh, look, this is my most coveted client. Arlene Lorenzo said, no fucking way. But a majority of people don't comment outraged because I'm always reporting that in real time. I'm like, guys, I got drugged and raped. Anyways, what's for dinner? I'm that type. What's for dinner? I want a waffle from First Watch tomorrow morning. Who's gifting me money? When one is the what's for dinner type, one doesn't get frazzled over those people. Raping one and even recording it. I don't need to watch it. And around the right people, I may just laugh at them for having raped me. They're so disgusting. They're disgusting. I tell them to their face, they're disgusting. They're embarrassing. They just attend orgies to snoop on people, to stalk people, to extort people out of money, to separate the people that look like they're happy with each other. And then they offer themselves. Ew. For you? That happens too? Ew. I haven't talked to anyone in my family of origin in decades for the most part. And I don't go on behind the scenes to talk to many of those people. Then I had on Facebook.com/air blue sky. I was thinking someone that will kill them in self-defense for me. I was extremely overwhelmed. I have to kill at least a couple hundred people to 1,000 people in self-defense. So I'm asking the FBI to kill those people for me. Like myself, the FBI may be like, someone will give you money eventually. Those people are laughable, so we don't waste our time killing them. Porque literally, I've walked up to some of them, and instead of killing them in self defense, I'm like, this is so easy. You're so irrelevant, so stupid, so ugly as a person. Anyways, I'm not getting my hands dirty with you right now. Ew, ew, ew. All in my demeanor and body language, I don't talk to them. Ew, 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 ew. They're so disgusting. My siblings se metían en mi casa, full se invitaban. One of them lied at work full, saying that she was sick, and I posted on Facebook. I'm like, no, 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 no. She's here in my home, se invitó. Oh, que puerca. What else? What else? What else? What else? Were her coworkers allowed they were? What else? What else? What else? What else? Dan un asco. Dan un asco. Dan una basura. They tried to get near my kids. They possibly pester Edgar. I imagine in 2020. And I'm not even gonna search that. How many times they called Jaden? I mean, they called Edgar, asking about Jaden, asking about Kaylani as if they're Jaden's and Kaylani's mother. Oh, they steal my money, but they stay in my homes without my permission. Well, they steal my vehicles and get in the way of me receive money. Arlene Lorenzo had a baby with Jandel. She raped him, trying to pretend that I'm a toddler for her to keep her status of sexiness because I did my toddler exploration around her and other people that my parents had me at orgies. Yo, eso ha sido literally an act of God bring those two to life when it should be so easy. They got in the way of that too. My brother, Gilbert Lorenzo Acevedo, raped Edgar, trying to separate Edgar from me so I wouldn't have Jada and Kaylani, trying to think of me as a toddler only. He rapes people, I've heard. The people bring to him that supposedly sound or look like me. You can decapitate Gilbert Lorenzo Acevedo, so tipo un puerco da monstruo. They're obsessed with me, unhealthily obsessed. Oh, they're embarrassing. I don't even brag about them. I wouldn't ever. There's nothing to brag about them. They're embarrassing, so gross. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. They're disgusting. Full. They're sex addicts. They're porn addicts. So gross. They're embarrassing. The last time that I supposedly did toddler exploration was during my toddler years. I'm glad that's when it stopped. And mostly everyone that I attended orgies with, they steal my vehicles, they steal my homes. They get in the way of me receiving money, they steal my money, trying to turn back time, trying to rape me. Like, come on, waste your time with us. Pretend you're a toddler without no money and hang out with us. Like, for real. She's on drugs. She's a cocaine addict. I know nothing about drugs. Maria Luisa Rosa is a cocaine addict. Dan un asco begging to rape one. Even on the internet. They're embarrassing so girls. You can decapitate Jimmy Jandaliri Lorenzo Suarez. You can decapitate Maria Luisa Rosa. You can decapitate Mandy Henson. Esa gente son una puerca, una asquerosidad. They're embarrassing. Ew, 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 ew. They're embarrassing so girls. I'm gonna keep exposing them until I'm financially stable. And then later on, I may just bring it up once or twice to the FBI that I'm still seeking the death penalty for them. If they haven't died, they're so gross. They're embarrassing. I miss dating. I miss getting on. I want to shop at Target tomorrow. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. I'm gonna eat a first watch tomorrow and then I'm gonna go on a waffle. Or from Dennis. It's not that far from here. There's one near the shops at River Center. What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I do my shopping alone. I do my sex alone. Or if those people that I grew up around think that they know everything about my life just because they were snooping on me and stalking me or talking about me, like, ¿quién la vio hoy comprando? ¿Alguien vio lo que tenía puesto hoy? Dale, Soria Alvarado Chamba, ¿qué tenía el impuesto hoy cuando llegó el nene? Y la nena de la escuela que lo llevó tarde, que lo llevó tarde. They talk about me, but why? If I never think about them. Ew, 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 ew. I seriously don't have family of origin. I don't keep up with anyone. Not even with Arlene Lorenzo. Porque I fail him every day. Well, at the same time, shining very bright. I'm supposed to kill the people that steal from me. That stay in my homes without my permission, steal my vehicles, and get in the way and receive money. What else? And he won't give me my money until I kill those people in self-defense for myself. And I'm like, la di da, la di da. And there's like a few people in my family of origin, a very limited amount of people that have achieved adulthood, like myself, that I don't talk to. Mostly because I never found anything in common with them, and that's not uncommon. It's just acquaintance and acquaintanceship at a holiday or family party. Like, oh hi, I know you, you're a relative, and you're well behaved. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So I literally don't have family of origin, so I stay to myself. I know no one in Aguada, Puerto Rico. No one. I don't keep up with anyone. Ever on purpose. I'm my own best friend. I'm always having sex with myself too. Not out of, what is it? Selfishness. But because I truly enjoy my solitude anyways. I hate small talk. I hate chisme. I hate dumb conversation. I hate gaslighting. So I'd rather stay to myself and stay true to myself than be around the wrong people. What else? What else? What else? So what I had on Facebook was just a list of the people that I'm killing in self-defense one day. That's part of networking. Talking to the FBI, I really like, why is this person so close to me? Without saying it specifically. Just showing to the FBI. These people are too close to me and I don't remember why I need to kill them in self-defense. Yeah, my kids don't understand when I say they stole from me. Like I wasn't a burglar in the home and one killing in self-defense. I've heard once kids are like, you did what you needed to do. But unless if the burglar is aggressive, the burglar runs out, some people wouldn't chase the burglar. You just close the door, lock it, call the police, and make sure that everyone's safe inside. What else? What else? What else? What else? So I'm appalled that those people that I grew up around, that I attended school with, that they talk about me possibly full when I don't ever mention them. I don't ever think about them. They're that insignificant to me. Even though I have to kill them in self defense, I don't go on to find out anything about them. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I had at least 4 BMWs when I was 19 in 1999, and I've yet to drive any of them. On the other hand, Jennifer Marie Vasquez drove one of them. I'm gonna run her over with a BMW one day. So I'm gonna find a way to kill her in self-defense. I just don't know when. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Esa tipa una puerca asquerosa. She stays in my home without my permission. She steals my vehicles. She gets in the way of me receiving money. She steals my money. Una puerca asquerosidad. She raped me in my teens. Una asquerosidad. Puerca asquerosa. She's a drunk, no? Ew, 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 ew. Da un asco. Da un asco. They're embarrassing for. Ew, ew, ew. You can decapitate la otra drunk. The señora Juan Feliciano that raped me when I was a teen. They drugged me and they raped me. They're so gross. If anything, this is a PSA, so Arlene Lorenzo to me. Decades ago, it's like you're gonna be doing your Molly Sings era, baking cupcakes with your kids. Oh, we don't. But possibly with an inkling of like I'm a victim of that, but I can't remember the situation and the location. So that's how I lived my entire marriage. I think of like and raising Danny Kalani is like I'm a victim of stuff. I don't remember the people or the situation or what property has been stolen from me. Good to see them. Oliver Sims wrote about cupcakes. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So Seraphine said to me decades ago that I would go on to not remember specifically. Well, he must be like sometimes at church, both the restaurant and like Iglesia Católica or any other church that he sings at. Hearing people talk about me like they're my bestie. Porque I'm not the only person in my family of origin to suffer from amnesia and theft. So in 2020, I'm like, I want to remember. I want to remember. I'm going to speak publicly. I'm going to seek the death penalty for these people. It's going to be brutal what's ahead. I've already witnessed people going through so much hate and hurt. But I'm going to remember. I'm like at $0 right now with my kids, with their dad until I'm financially stable. I'm gonna remember. If there's a moment to remember, it's now. Like, I don't want to work and I don't even have money to be able to work. So I'm like, what to do with my time? Definitely not talk to those people that steal from me. But what is it that they steal from me? Who are those guys? Esos tipos me dan un asco that I don't even want to like be in a group chat with anyone in my family of origin and see them there. Benjamin Suarez son esos sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receiving money. They retaliate against me because I didn't take them out on a date. They think that because my parents married Catholic that I would have proposed to at least one of them a Catholic wedding, so they're trying to kill amongst each other. Still, they just made the assumption of little people town. If they all look the same, they all want the same thing. So they're like, guys, what if she just wants one of us? So they're still trying to kill each other. Like Albert would cry. It's like Andrew wants me to be poor with you, just do the sackler shame. Or like if you're a Muslim, you'll have to then like fancy with him. Like first of all, it was just 40. Pero I feel because it's so because you're supposed to do this. You poor thing. To give you to so he go on to say and just imagining that happening. He's like, I'll ask money for food for myself, but not for you, the bitch you're supposed to pay me. I'm like, wow, great proposal. Great proposal. It's like, no, neither one of you. They're like, well, we're gonna label you slutty. I said, I'm casual sex polyamorous. That's never gonna change. And then he started calling me a witch. And then a bitch. Well, he has what? How many people? He would have had as spouses had he been a man. But he's just a bucket acquisitor, rapist, murderer, thief, illegal prostitute seeker that just has victims in somewhere in Ireland, in Italy, in LA, in Canada. That I wish one of them was on my vagina right now, giving me pleasure. That has like thousands of spouses. Porque one isn't just boring. It's just that as long as the penis and the vagina is clean, it's the same concept that being married to just one person. And that doesn't stop them from being like, I spent an entire year spread out between like 3 weeks here, 6 months there, 2 days here, a week there. Some people just meet for one time. Like, seriously, you can do. If you do the type of sex that it has to be like with feelings, and the first feeling is called respect and attraction. A year has 365 days in it. Let's just say you're like sick, but not sick, just tired. Like what? 30% of that. That's a really good acquisition of people. If you're not that picky or you're in an area where there's like a lot of hot people. Oh, se me llama Puerto Rico's no Miami. Just kidding. But I don't find a lot of people attractive there. So I'm like you're pretty, but you're like my because you're my relative. What else? 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 Oh, there's like that pretty girl. That's always at the library, but not for me. But she's just pretty. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. You can decapitate me how many sort sons of sons that rape me the same way when they get in the way of mercy money. They don't understand polyamory, they don't understand Catholicism, they don't understand self love. I'm not a witch. And even those need to eat. What else? 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 Las cosas se piden a la bueno. I could like a Catholic marriage, like for a year, people say. And then one says, I want a divorce. I don't want to live with anyone for more than a year. But it was so true. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. That would have been funny too. But it was just like for cosplay. But like funny. I know. But I don't want my Catholic marriage to break, which is why I won't ever seek conversations with any one of those rapists, murderers, and thieves that want to be coercers to. Oh, you need to annul your wedding to Agar because now there's record that I steal. They're discussing, they're always backgrounding, investigating themselves. They want to play cops so badly that they get in trouble to investigate themselves. How much do people know about the crimes that they commit? Ew, ew, ew. They're so disgusting. Mostly everyone that I grew up around is so disgusting. They're embarrassing. They're stupid. They think that me without money, I'm just gonna be like, oh, es un servicio, vióleme como. They don't know how to engage intelligence. They're that dumb. They're that into cocaine, rape, sex addiction, and porn addiction, and taking down the pretty girl and the pretty boy so that the pretty girl and the pretty boy can't date. ¿Qué carajo es eso? Ew, they're embarrassing. They're so gross. Seriously, I was received requests from Edgar and Benjamin Suarez and sus sons, not just the ones that raped me and steal from me, to kill Jimmy and Lorenzo Suarez in self-defense immediately. Decades ago. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm like, don't bother me. I'm about to eat an ice cream bar. You can't do it yourself. You can decapitate Gina and the lady so Suarez. Like, seriously, I don't want to know anything about her. Ever. She's done insignificant to me. I spent my time looking at her Facebook account, laughing at her, lo ignorante que. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Anyways, I don't want to know my marriage to Edgar because I love that he provided for me, Jada and Kenoni, while he and I were married. He said to me that he would provide for me, Jada and Kenoni, while I would live with him. And that if I can't ever provide for myself and Jada and Kenoni, then I need to seek the death penalty for the people that steal from me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Essa tipa não asks she wants to cause a heart attack fighting for a dick that she doesn't even want, that she doesn't even make the effort to have, and that is my baby's daddy. She's embarrassing. Una tecata asquerosa. Whoa. Ew, 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 ew. Maldita sea, nene, ese is that Yolanda's kid? That decades ago I was in kindergarten said to Wally, I'm gonna have your sister, my wife, join school so she can learn from Arlene how to be a woman. Then she began stalking me. Full que asco. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Qué tipa tan puerca. I feel so bad for her parents. I feel bad for her parents. She doesn't understand anything. Ew. And her parents are respectful in my presence. For the most part ish. What else? 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 I'm bored, so I'm basically in semi captivity for like dun dun dun. Will anyone kill them in self defense? Those people that steal from me, stay in my homes without my permission, steal my vehicles, get in the way of me receiving money, have drugged me and raped me, or trying to rape me. Because some people think that it's healthy if I'm involved in the process, being like, so guys, I just woke up. Is so and so dead? What about this one or this one or this one or this one? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So that way I'm not shocked, though I don't think I would have, but I possibly would have questioned because I never think about them. What is it that they said for me? What is that way they're dead? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. Who's gifting me money? Who's gifting me money? What else? What else? What else? What else? Who's gifting me money? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel, plan to meet people ideally for hammers men. I'm excited about that. You can think how they do me in the ladies are so sorry. If you think that she's gonna be stalking me and raping whoever I go on a date, did she go on to find anyone that I found through Tinder, Rumble, or in real life and dated or even talked to through Tinder and Rumble and she stalks them? She thinks she can do a better version of me. No one can be me. She's that dumb. She's stupid. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. So I hate ignorance because I don't really know. That steals from me. That steals from Jaden. That steals from Kainoni. So on the internet talking about how I needed to kill Dinesh and delete it. Oh, they say that.
I've heard they're like, bueno, 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 right now you wouldn't be starving. And you're not that starving because you got yourself a sack lunch, so you're not gonna die today. Pero had you killed Gina Gendaliris Lorenzo Suarez, had you killed Jennifer Mari Vasquez, had you killed David Ledesma, had you killed Sarah Francis, had you killed La Jamie Mesa, had you killed, and they go on to mention everyone that steals from one. I've heard. It's like if you had killed those people decades ago, especially before Jaden and Kehlani were born, then you wouldn't have gone through not having any money and Jaden and Kehlani being separated from you. You're like the legaciest, sexiest motherfucker that I know. You don't kill with your bare hands in self defense. And then you go on to say, like, whatever. I'm an educator. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? I'm bored. Just 15 minutes. Will there be thunder? I just browsed Facebook. Anyways, what else? One person's watching, one has like this house. I'm tired. I'm bored. I'm bored. I want to visit Jaden Kehlani in Tampa next week. So, by society standards, I'm not a failure to Ramon Lorenzo for not having completed a college degree. I'm a failure to Ramon Lorenzo for not getting the people to steal from me and get in the way of my finances and steal my homes and my vehicles in self-defense for myself. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm an excellent learner. That impressive decades ago. What else? 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 I want to clean my apartment tomorrow. I want to clean my apartment. I hope I have the energy to do that. Oh, I have people. A lot of people in my family are always on bigots. They're supposed. They try to believe in stereotypes as they're right. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. When I'm financially stable, when my vagina is. I plan to travel with and meet people, ideally polyamorous. I'm excited. J-Lo kissed some people that on Facebook. I like staying very current. I love social media. I was like, of course. What she said.
Doesn't tell me. I'm like, what? Bitcoin is at what? Gold is at what? I grew up in a home where sad news were like, somewhere. It's like, we hope that stops. Other than that, there was never cheese in it. It was, well, let's go to this nice fabric, my son's. There was no fish of the kind that you, as far as I brought this comes to. What else? What else? What else? What else? Four snapper. Four coffee. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm ending this video. Thunder. After midnight. No idea. I'm gonna sleep on the couch. Has metal legs on it. And this place around here attracts a lot of lightning. What else? What else? What else? What else? I missed you. I missed you, Noni. Let's get there. I'm never talking to anyone in the family over anything. For the most part, the rapists, murderers, and thieves are screw-ups. They don't understand intelligence. They don't know how to gauge intelligence. They're wishful thinkers. So they steal from one, they get in the way of one receiving money. They steal one's homes and vehicles, and they're like, well, if this goes well, she's gonna waste her life away talking to me, giving me validation that I'm sexy if she talks to me. They have a distorted view of reality. It's embarrassing. These are people of adult age for decades already. Ew. Is the leader of the FBI and the Interpol being like, yep, she's a failure. She had killed him in self-defense decades ago when she was a teen. I wouldn't be here in this position right now. I would be surfing or playing the piano. Porque I don't know what's the role in all of this. But I met them when I was younger. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm trying to coordinate the death of thousands of people at least. That stay in my homes without my permission, steal my vehicles, get in the way of raising money, and steal my money. All at once. And at least a few hundreds of them are relatives of my parents. What? That even my parents are like, kill self-defense, take the death penalty for them. They're like, what? Ay, Panchito. Doesn't steal from me, it steals from you. What else is
telling you, well, see to the penalty for them. Que Panchito le iba a llenar la cagada que son. Now slightly mad at you and my advice. Panchito's my favorite. I say no. He or she may get the death penalty. And I don't even need to tell you, he's my favorite. What? What else? What else? What else? I'm killing Jennifer Marie Vasquez in self-defense Sunday. Yes. What else? What else? What else? What else? Lord. Please don't get excited that I'm famous. Like Ben Affleck was in my home without my permission, and you know that on the deal, Andres Suarez may have profiled him from like that guy from the movie. That's why I don't go on seeking pictures or videos or anything that he has trying to overwhelm me. Wow. What else? Anyway, you suggested that I'm gonna have time to go or being at any rate. And I'm the kind that falls in love. So if my parents didn't take me, you possibly missed out on fooling around with me. And you're still upset? Apparently I proposed to him as a brother. When guys, what is wonder? When I was a toddler. So my siblings get in the way of my life, so I don't even have sex with God. Spontaneously, like, yeah, whatever. They've gone on to make them my enemies and try to kill me, and me being like, my husband kills himself today. In the meantime, kill my siblings. In self-defense for yourself. Porque that's what they laugh, and they continue raping them. Possibly they're like, ha ha ha, ya se propuso matrimonio in her toddler years with guys. What is laundry? And we got away. You making her official, yeah. So now she's on the internet. I wish he kills himself. How do you feel about that? Ew, she's trying to make you feel worthless. Come on, come on, come on. Suck my titties today, suck my dick, and they're like, I'm out of money because she's the one on the internet making me feel worthless. And you're the one satisfying my dick. They're disgusting. They're that naive, they're that stupid. So that won't ever move on past the laundry invite. And my parents clarified, and family members, that laundry can be hired out. It can be shared responsibilities. It could be him doing my laundry for me. How can he say that my family origin is Latino boredom when they're like, okay, you're catching feelings, let's explain to you that married people have to do laundry sometimes for each other or hire it out, or one person takes on that duty, but that's because the other person's cutting the grass in your patio. So some of us females are like, I'd rather cut the grass than do the laundry. And he's trying to portray my family of origin as Latino boredom. Because he wasn't receiving napkins. Decades ago. So I don't like that shit of people extorting gifts out of people are complaining that I don't get gifts. I don't get gifts. So he steals my money and gets in the way of me receiving money, hoping that I kill myself with that. But I don't get gifts, I get cash gifted to me, people. So yo lo voy a matar un día when I say in self-defense. So esa parte se lo busco él. Por ser facilito, asqueroso, puerco, que va y le abre las patas del culo a Dios cualquiera. ¿Qué ofrece? He sent us back in intelligence as a global view thing so madly that millions of people die at a time sometimes. Al estar abriéndole las patas y el culo a Dios cualquiera. No se try to justify the same as having sex with someone and then finding out that the person is murdered. It's not the same. You're supposed to focus on, did you enjoy the sex act? Yes, no. And what that person does on their own is their own bad habits, and they could be seeking rehabilitation or and you just need to stay away from that. But you can't be like, oh, look at this rapist. I'm gonna say yes, there were times that they tried to rape me. So there won't be a laundry party for either Andrew and or me. I'm fine with that. I'm not a witch. What other reason has he given me? Promiscuous, yo promiscuous with my own vagina. ¿Será conmigo misma que I'm promiscuous? 4. It's not a big deal. I'm not the one stuck in Luis Lorenzo marriages. Like they possibly are, so they're like literally trying to knock out the teeth of my mouth so that someone saves them. Yeah. Getting raped just after a conversation
with someone that they find disgusting and not attractive in sex, but they explored with during had orgies on the or children, and they haven't stopped that shit. So what's next? I'm a failure by mercenary standards, but at the same time, I'm very successful by mercenary standards because the goal is world peace. Right. Then I'm so motherly, so cute, so sweet. Did you know anything, Lonnie? Well, walking to places and feeling like if you even come close to me, trying to attack me. Oh, and some people call that rape victim PTSD. That one is like aware of every single person around one. Like, you better not attack me. You don't want that pain for yourself. That can't be fun. Like, I know I'm not arrested because I've been raped. And I pride myself that I say please, thank you, that I hold the door for people if I have to, rather than slam it on their faces just to not feel like a slave. Like, that would be feeling like stupid. No one ever wrote about that. Only my family of origin, for the most part, takes note of that shit and brings it up. They're so gross. They're like, guess who I dined with? And she held the door for someone ill. And people are like, stupid, come bug acquisition, asquerosidad, illegal prostitute. If I had let go of that door, it would have like bounced back and hit me. Besides the person that was walking in, so I had to hold the door. Da un asco still. Ew. So they're worse than hillbillies. They're like, should I hold the door for people? Am I gonna look as a slave todavía? Ew. Years ago. I don't go on shopping Asian and think for those poor sweatshop people that sell this like what beautiful part of. Hey, carajo soy yo? I wasn't there. I don't know if they enjoy sweating or not. Ideally, their situation should be very much ideal, that they have a great life too. Pero I'm not gonna stress. Like, did they get paid just pennies on the hour and they can't afford to eat? Will that look bad on me? One focuses on what is visible to one, the craftsmanship,
not beyond the fabric that's right in front of one. Porque entonces estaría uno a uno regalándole el dinero. It's what a lot of people say in my family. I know a good friend. They say that you can't like grab a piece of fabric at a store, put it on, and be like, those poor children that possibly sold this. Like, possibly, no, you don't know anything about that piece beyond what is there unless you actually worked on it behind the scenes. Really can pay them better salaries too. Their valuation can go up. They're already profitable. I understand how some people consider themselves profitable if they run a sweatshop, but I've never run into one. What else? I'm bored. There's so much that I want and that I need that's already on a landfill site. I'm bored. I'm bored and seeing the house for so many people that I grew up from. I don't have electricity in my apartment. I don't have energy to clean either. I'm bored. I want to read a book. What else? What else? Will there be a thunderstorm after midnight? My siblings weren't still siblings. They're like chimps. First and girl, all that. All the people would comment. They're like, well, for sweatshops, this, I don't want your dumb comments unless I ask you a question directly. And you have the right to ignore me if you don't have time to answer. Or you're waiting for the right moment to answer them. This isn't a forum for that. I'm seeking the death penalty for that, like horse and monkeys. Stays in my homes with all my permission, steals my vehicles, gasses away mercy and money, steals my money. Have cause for Dana to be separated from me, have cause for Kimani to be separated from me. They want me to give up my kids, so I look like a bad mother for them to be right. Then I'm a bad mother. I don't need them to be right ever. They're that dumb, they're stupid still. It's 2025. They were instructed to stop being so stupid as teens. Yeah, they're so embarrassing, they're so gross. Oh. Yeah, also they still don't know what an Asian soldier. Those people that I grew up around. Oh. Ew. I don't do market research with them. I don't talk to them ever. So any conversation that one has privately, they turn it. Esa Gigi and Daliris, how did she pitch for those books? With that screenshot of like, yo le recomendé un libro de autoayuda y es una tecata asquerosa. Faking that she's intellectual because she's like, if I didn't have her befriend me with jumping a trampoline, then I must step up my A game and pretend that I'm professional. She thought I was trying to write books or get a book deal. She's embarrassing, so girl. She's a combo asquerosidad y legal prostitute. Se le sobra a la gente, una asquerosa, una puerca. Ella viola. She tries to find out still who my crushes are, or people that have been on dates through Tinder or just talked to through Tinder, Bumble, or in person. And she's like, I can offer you a better version than Arlene. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate me. I mean, what is the sons that rape me and steal my money that get in the way of me receiving money? They enable her to think that she has credibility in pretending to be better than me because they hire her as an illegal prostitute. And because she rapes them, they're like, I might as well take it to dinner so I don't feel raped. They're stupid if they think that I'm gonna go on behind the scenes to talk to any of them. They're stupid. They're so disgusting. Da un asco, son una basura, una asquerosidad. So when they turned 18, the Albert guy showed up to my parents' home and said, you were right. They turned 18 and they didn't modify their behavior to obey the law. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They feel rewarded with sex of what they're having is a sex. They're just animals. One on top of the other, literally. So they have no incentive to rehabilitate themselves or ever be a good person because I know people from when I was little that I don't think they've have ever had a day where they've done good. Yeah, they're embarrassing themselves. It's just a sex addict in a porno. And this isn't some Hollywood claim like, please help me. My husband is a sex addict and a porn addict, and I'm trying to fix my marriage, make my marriage strong. Oh, never. They're disgusting. I'm like, por allá te quedas. It's caused my health to significantly decline in the past 15 years. Trying to rape me, trying to murder me, possibly. It caused Aiden and Kehlani to be separated from me. That's some disrespect that I don't tolerate. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? It's caused me to not date at all in the past 44 years. I'm a terribly late bloomer. It steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money. Steals my money and stays in my homes with all my permission so I can't date. For them to illegally prostitute themselves. For them to feel better as if they're on a date, they're not. Those people, as I expected, they don't even show up if they have any to stand up for them. They're embarrassing, they're so gross. They possibly created cliques behind the scenes, thinking that they would show up to stand up for them. They're like, no, don't say that about him and Devin Lee Carson. They look so cute together. Look at their baby shower pictures right here. You're just not even like a bucket does that publicly. Porque they know that that's illegal for, so why in private they would even do it too? That's what a lot of people behind the scenes are trying to get through to them. Certainly, well, I'm like TikTok for real. I like to sing a song and post the video on TikTok rather than talk to any of you all when referring to people in my family of origin. And they're trying to get to them that if they can't post it publicly. Mírame a mí aquí con Albert y se lo mamé. Y tú no. ¿Y qué queso tengo? Porque tú no me la mamas desde tu toddler exploration years. Y te quiero violar. If you don't, what they're trying to get to those people behind the scenes is like, if you don't post to her publicly like that on her wall, what makes you think that it's okay to traffic her into a private conversation to talk to her like that? You're just trying to get her to kill herself by abusing her privately, thinking that no one will find out. They're embarrassing, they're so gross. Mostly everyone that I grew up around is disgusting. They're so gross. They know what the FBI is, they know what sexual harassment is. What else? What else? What else? I still don't get and I won't find out. Jenny that lady's asquerosidad de Arlene Lorenzo Suarez point of ya estamos grandecitas of our parents. Fund us every day. It's like their parents that fund their kids' life, like until the kid's death, even beyond the parents' death. She's after Gloria Nisa as well. No asco, Sativa. Nothing that she says to me is ever relevant. She's so gross. Ew, 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 ew. Y eso se llama, ella se llama ella misma motivadora. Fool. No asco. She's an embarrassment. Ew. She's just strictly trying to look professional on the internet, and there's no way. To someone that truly doesn't know her, they may think that she's like motivator wannabe is what I consider that. Como es esto de que pay me and I'll tell you everything that you do wrong with your life. Da un asco. If people just thrive on routine, that's it. Like if you just develop a routine that you enjoy and you take time for all your basic needs of self-care, like brushing your teeth, bathing, eating, drinking water, not drinking excessive alcohol amounts, and filling in the rest of the day with whatever you like to do. Netflix, drive your vehicle through the highway for an hour every day. Just for fun because you can and you obey the speed limit. Avoid family members thing to you in your childhood, teens years, and after that. What else? What else? What else? La tipa una puerca, una asquerosa. Ew, 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 ew. Decades ago, she was threatening people and creating an outrage de que si Benjamin's son sus sons. The word marriage had been thrown around her, that they couldn't have a home with me, that I couldn't be his wife too. Huh? La tipa una puerca asquerosa. It's like Arlene needs to be the slut then. Ew. And because she takes the time to rape him while she cooks for him, while she rapes him, while she shops for him, while she rapes him. He's like, whatever, I'll just kill him.
They're disgusting. You can decapitate your ladies. Ella es una puerca, se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso. Me roba mi vehículo, me roba mi dinero, gets in the way of me receiving money. Es una asquerosidad. Un asco. Ew, ew, ew. You can decapitate me. I mean, sorry, sons. That rape me, that's stealing money. They get in the way of me receiving money. They drug me. And possibly have had genies and the ladies rape me. Esa tipa una puerca asquerosa. She's trying to befriend me, trying to lure me in into a conversation with her to pretend as if she and I are in a relationship. She possibly lies to people, possibly uses videos of where she raped me to try to give the impression to people that she and I are in a relationship when we're not. She's psycho. She's obsessed with me, and I know nothing about her. I don't want to know anything about her ever. She's just a relative of her relative of my dad's. A straggler that was around my parents when her parents were working. That's trying to occupy my space in the planet. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Dame un asco. They're embarrassing. I won't ever be pursuing those boys. They're so disrespectful. They're willing to kill for sex. Ew, and they don't have sex. They're animals. Ew, 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 ew. Qué gente tan puerca, qué asquerosidad. That I've had to interrupt my time to bring it up. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and make people ideally polyamorous men. I'm excited about that. You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's Air Blue Sky Designs Color, lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY, Art Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is beautifully written. I'm asking for $1 billion. Though I've only received $451 so far, very promising. I keep sharing it through Instagram, through Messenger, through email. So eventually, some people will see it in their inboxes and give me money. It's gofundme.com/F/Arlene-Lorenzo-Acevedo. I've also made my bank account numbers available. Esa asquerosidad que doesn't have anything to do with a girl's life steals from me, gets in the way of me receiving money so that I no longer have a bank account through USAA, most likely based on what I witnessed from her, for her to offer a legal prostitution package to Edgar and hope that he never remembers me or that he and I don't have to talk about my bank account. I don't ever have to bring him up. It's just USAA provides a service for an ex-spouse without the spouse having to be involved in any conversations. It's just a progression of that relationship. As soon as I separated from being with Edgar, they're like, yeah, as long as you don't remarry, you can have your bank account. So they try those leeches asquerosidad con bucket availability legal prostitutes. They're like, we need to make sure that she, no matter how long it takes. Ew, da un asco. They say that one needs to lose one's bank account that's attached to the husband so that when they talk to the husband, he won't ever think about the ex-wife. Da un asco, pero porque ellos, like, literalmente, esa gente vive obsesionada conmigo todavía, that they talk about me every day and I don't ever bring them up. Like right now, I bring them up, it's because I'm tagging the FBI in this post so that they get the death penalty. So Yesenia Ramírez Lorenzo, Arlene Lorenzo Suárez, Maribel Echevarría González,
Andrew Suarez Aquerosidad, they're like mentioning me every day to people. For what purpose? Qué asco dan. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo, you can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo, you can decapitate Gilbert Lorenzo Acevedo, you can decapitate Andrew Suarez, if that's his name, you can decapitate Marilyn Echevarria, you can decapitate Joana Vargas, you can decapitate Yesenia Ramirez Lorenzo, you can decapitate Jenny Jandaliris Lorenzo Suarez, you can decapitate Sarah Francis. Did I already say you can decapitate Yesenia Ramirez Lorenzo? They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Fool. In the meantime, they think that I'm gonna go on to find out they're staying in my home today without my permission. If today they stole one of my vehicles, I'm not the FBI. Some people in Puerto Rico specifically, if they see them driving one's vehicle without permission, they go on to take a picture and send it to the police or the FBI. Say this person is driving a vehicle that they shouldn't be driving. It doesn't belong to them. What else? 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 Dan asco. Those people that are drive around their embarrassing stories. In the meantime, when I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people ideally polyamorous men. I'm excited about that. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I miss dating. I miss Skyline. Tired. Sleeping soon.